and welcome to 5 Cities Season 2. This is the Garblack Games 5th edition D&D role-playing show. I'm Pete, and the game is set in my homebrew world. We can see the map below. We hope you enjoyed Season 1. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch that on our channel. Our characters are now 4th level and have just defeated a major enemy as we enter Season 2. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some D&D with us right now as we venture into the 5 cities. Hello and welcome to episode 1 of season 2 of 5 Cities. I'm Pete the DM.
I'm Jim, I'm playing Comic.
I'm John, I'm playing Saint.
I'm Roger, I'm playing Aurelian.
Sam, Lena.
I'm just Pooh because I'm a character.
Oh.
Him?
And that's when he died.
So, last time on 5 Cities, our heroes had just defeated a golem.
Heroes?
Heroes. Murder hobos.
Anti-villains.
Anti-heroes.
Anti-villains.
Hold it in.
As long as I can.
Hold it in.
So, you guys had been into the mines underneath Iron End to investigate the source of corruption, and you had found a group of the Collectors Guild mercenaries who had uncovered some golem sculptures and artifacts.
They were up to no good.
Indeed, and they had accidentally released a golem from hibernation of some sort deep in the earth. This giant metallic living metal creature then made its way north as someone, Lady Catherine of the Forgist cult, had found something very powerful and magical to the north, which was drawing it on. And it was saying, and you could hear in your head, he will have the Shard of War. You made your way along the surface after talking to the Council of Iron End.
And then some of it fell down.
That's true, some of it fell down. There was a big explosion and stuff. The ground started to collapse, and you followed this north to where you found Lady Catherine and her acolytes, who had found the Shard of War, which was a very large crystal, which they had iron tongs wrapped around to hold onto it, because to touch the crystal itself is probably quite dangerous. You don't know.
Yeah, no more dangerous than them using it.
And using it was using their life force to basically power it, and people were being burnt to a cinder when they were using it.
But not this guy.
When the golem arrived, Aurelian was able to use the Shard of War to kill the golem.
I was
And
there too.
It started to melt into
My
the ground.
catchphrase.
You guys then investigated the golem, and you saw that within its metallic shell there was a dark red fluid. Strange crystalline fluid that had black ochre within it.
Oh, I got samples, didn't I?
You did,
Saint got a sample,
unfortunately for you.
which I think Aurelian wasn't very happy about.
I wasn't too happy about it either.
You also found splashes of Tillium on the rocks.
Yeah, that was great.
And I incinerated the dark red goo, every bit I could find.
Yes, you did.
I purged with holy fire.
Yeah.
And then nicked all the Tillium.
I was there too.
No, Nick was in and burnt the red.
Yeah, priorities.
Priorities, yeah.
And we had left you at the end of a long, hard journey, battling many enemies and a golem, in fact, which is now completely gone, except for the big hole in the ground.
Yeah,
And the Tillium that we have, just because
And
we
the
have a
Tillium
chunk
we
of
have.
green.
And then
Tillium.
level up we were.
So we're now level 6, right?
16.
Right.
Maybe not.
I have
Um,
16 health points left.
And we had left you camping down for the night, sort of
We were-
half a mile away from this site,
We were
because you were
ready to.
tired and hurt.
However,
Yeah. With a
With
a distraught lady
when
Catherine.
the golem
She wasn't
first
distraught.
emerged
She was.
from-
She was
Yes.
just quiet. She
we
wasn't-
shot it and it bled liquid metal
Yeah.
onto the rock, and we didn't have. Where we were looking for liquid metal, was that where it ended? Rather
No.
than
No.
No.
So you'd gone to
We
where the
collect-
drips
yeah,
were, and
we
you found the
collected-
rocks. So
yeah,
that was
we
the
collected
Tillium
them.
they found.
No. We collected,
Just checking.
we collected the Tillium as much as we could collect.
But Lena and Poot had put together a message and given it to a bird,
Yes.
and the bird had
For
flown
some
off.
reason he thinks I can talk to birds. I'm
We,
not really
we,
sure.
we were sending a message back to the Prima.
Andreas Bridburn,
Yes.
back Onsmith?
Because
The
because
guy with the magic window.
because the bad guys we found were all Collectors Guild.
Yep.
And if we've got Tillium and the Collectors Guild are from Blackbridge,
Yes.
then basically they will flock here in all their might.
It would seem a good place for them to go to find some Tillium if they hear that there's a golem and
Well, it's
artifacts
not. It's
around.
gone. Done.
Well, there might be more. And
Nope, nope, it's
hopefully
gone.
the-
Nothing
hopefully
here.
the Brookburns can dig it up
Nothing
to
at
make more
all.
weapons.
Nothing to see
Wow.
here. Please move
And
along.
if I remember, Saint was musing on the origin of golems and their war with the Prima.
And the fact that when we had gone down into the caverns where we met the golem worshippers, we had discovered the big sacks full of all the
Yeah.
risen and stuff. And so although it's collapsed, they could
We know they're down there.
easily just
Oh, my theory was that the golem itself is not a golem. It is the goo inside it
go
that is
inside it.
drawn
Yeah,
together the Tillium to make
Yeah.
a body for itself. And the sentient bit
Yeah.
is the liquid.
Is the goo, which we did see was moving away from us.
It was
when we-
moving.
Like venom.
Which you have
Should
in
be.
your pocket.
Yes, it's in a secure flask.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
It's
I didn't
in-
just put it in there.
It's in a water flask.
That counts.
No,
It's in a water flask on your belt.
Yes. Blessed by
Although you totally had another theory, which was that they are beautiful creatures and should probably be preserved because they're
I never
rare.
actually used the phrase beautiful, thank you very much. I said it was an ancient creature and what was our right to destroy it.
I'm going to check the video.
Just as you then destroyed it.
Yeah, this was before.
And,
This
Yes,
is when
that
we were
is
chatting
true.
with the guy in the
That is
dungeon.
very
and then I shot it in the face.
Because he was like,
It
ah,
is.
it's an ancient creature. And I was like, yeah, to be fair, yeah, that's correct.
Not anymore.
We've technically never seen one do any harm. Just going to put that out.
I'm just throwing it out there. Yes, we did.
You-
It killed a lot of people.
When did it kill a lot of people?
It
It
killed all the
incinerated all the
remaining
people on the
acolytes.
roof.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
the
that's after
acolytes
we
on the
shot it with a laser beam. To be fair, if you shot a tiger with a gun, it wouldn't be that happy about it.
roof. That is true,
So,
but it did feel like it was.
how do we know they're even aware of our existence? They
Because
might
it was
see reality in
coming
a
right
completely
for us.
different way.
It was coming right.
Maybe
for
they
us.
just see magical energy and they can't actually comprehend the world around them.
So what are you doing with the shard of war?
I'm gonna write a
Talking
book.
about magical energy.
On the study of golems by Saint Elish.
Brilliant.
To my
So
dear
what are you doing with the
readers.
shard of war?
Dear Bob,
I said shooting
Some
Saint.
some people believe I am insane, but those people
So-
are insane.
Dear diary.
And the rest of
I
the
wrapped
role-playing
it.
group.
I wrapped it in a blanket last time.
Yeah, I did throw a
Yeah,
tarp
wrapped
over it or
it was
something.
wrapped
Yeah.
in a blanket.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I was holding on to that for a bit while you were going down in the hole.
Yeah, but
Because
I'm
it
back
was-
out.
Yeah.
It's like what kind
I'm
of
having it back.
bazooka type
I'd just like to put that
It's
out.
sort of
there.
about
rocket launcher
If the
type.
golem symbiote attaches to me, I
I
might
think
become
like
venom,
a,
and I'd be fine
like a
with that.
light machine gun type
I think
size.
it'd be quite interesting.
About that, yes.
I don't think To it's be all out venom. of character. This is out of character, but
Or a
as,
minigun.
as an out of character concept, It would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I would like to be venom.
Miniguns are a lot bigger than that.
Would you be like to be infected
Yeah,
with the
it's like
groin?
got prongs.
Oh yeah, no, I know it's
Just
kind
like
of hold
full
it.
black
Yeah.
suit.
I think you
that
hold
kind
them
of
like a minigun.
Golem powers. No, I'm not sure you would have much control over it.
See, I would like to have control over it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Um,
We're talking about his black.
Vote now in the comments whether I should become venom.
you should burn it. You should burn it. Like, just incinerate it. It's evil.
Incinerate what?
The goo that you
He
did.
has a burner to
Oh,
set
yeah.
up a fire,
It's very, very.
preparing an
Yeah.
That's
energy.
why you should burn it.
Well, we
Cooking
should really study
food.
it.
I would
No,
probably
no,
not help.
You should burn it. You shouldn't take that anywhere near people.
I can go and
It's
get
not
the
big.
stuff
It's in my
that they
flask.
could clip
We'll
out
take it back
and
to the
use for
city.
that.
Yes.
I should
So
go
you want to take
hunting.
the
Well,
corrupting
It's a
goo
survival roll.
Oh god.
to a city full of
First
people.
roll in the
It's- it will-
series.
We'll
Yes.
be safe. We'll study it, and then we'll destroy it.
We will get a
Yes,
lot of
not
more information from
No.
the
I
prima.
go for a
I
walk
think
in
I
the
should
woods.
take it to them.
What did you get?
I was
I
going to
rolled
take it to
three.
the
Okay.
college.
I'm
You don't find
I would not agree
I'm
with
pretty
that.
sure
Because
that
the
the
golem
prima
coming
told
out
us we
and
should
blasting
destroy
the area.
everything.
It's kind of
And
scared
that
away
was
local
run away.
creatures.
I agree with you, but someone's being stubborn.
And to clarify, when we were talking to Andreas Brookburn, he was pretty insistent that we destroyed everything to do with the corruption, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He actually said, I don't think it would be wise for you to study it.
Yeah, that.
Well, good for him.
So Andreas Brookburn at Prima said it's not wise.
You remember my
Rufus
theory about
Rufus is very interested in your water flask, and
Which one's Rufus? Sorry.
The kind of healery
The
guy.
Satorian guy.
Yep.
Yeah. And he says, I agree with Saint. I think that we should learn everything we can about these things in order to fight them better. And as an apothecary and a healer, it would help me to understand how I can aid you better if I can understand the ways these creatures might attack you.
You can't resist its corrupting influence. That would be.
I do not intend to touch it.
Neither do I.
I intend to study it.
Oh.
We can test it with things such as fire and cold and various other types of
Given how it
weapons and
reacted with
materials.
all the people down in that mine, I do not think we should take that anywhere near a populated area. I don't think we should even have it. It should be destroyed.
I'm just standing like next to you as like support for what you're saying, rather than actually getting involved. But
Okay.
yeah, if there is a line in the sand,
Perhaps we could spend a day here and Saint and I could study it here in the middle of nowhere, away from everything, and then you could destroy it.
Do we want to rest for a day here when we?
An entire day would give us
An
back,
entire day would be a really good idea.
give us back some
But-
stuff.
Iliad says we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we're in the
an
middle of
ancient
nowhere.
ruined temple.
And
and
we
there's a
think that collectors
Big
guilds are going
thing
to
you've
come.
got there that apparently.
Problem is, we don't have a lot of scientific instruments around here. Unless anyone can make glass beakers? No one has a glass beaker? Or an apothecary set?
Possibly we should get the shard
The
somewhere.
village we came from has been evacuated,
Ireland.
That's true.
so there aren't actually a civilization there.
Let's go to
Yes,
Ireland. There'll be beds there as well.
Well, we have to head. We have to head into Iron End anyway. We can head that way and
Excellent.
worry about exactly what we'll do. Looking at you in a very kind of why way.
That should be
when we
destroyed. I don't want it going anywhere near people.
Okay. Then we
but-
won't take it near people.
We can let's at least head towards Iron End now and deal with it there.
Well,
What if
there's
there
no one
are
in
peop- What
now.
if there are people left behind?
Then we'll go
I could
away.
go ahead and make sure it's clear.
When
Yeah.
you left Ireland, it was being fully evacuated. It did take you a while to get here,
It
So,
did take us about a day, didn't it?
half day. So most of the town has probably been evacuated.
Yeah.
Because as you remember, a giant red fire.
There was an
pulse
explosion
went
and
through the
everyone went,
sky.
oh, yeah,
Most of
that's...
the
Do remember,
Yeah.
It needs to
considering
be empty if we're taking it anywhere.
considering
near that
our position, why don't we get to an area just outside of Iron End, make an initial camp there, go and scout out Iron End to see what the situation is, and take it from there.
I'm just throwing this out there. That stuff, without even touching it, corrupted a lot of mine workers, and we're stood within yards of it.
Okay. But I've shown resistance to corruption before.
And you think that trait is shared by everybody else?
No, but I have also healed corruption from everyone before.
And
This is true.
are you feeling the
Rufus.
power within you to do that now?
Yes. I'm pretty sure I didn't heal anyone last.
You have
You-
no powers.
Why don't I have any powers?
Because the
All
only
you
stuff
have
left
left
got
was
left is
purified food.
purified food and water. Because it was the running joke of
Yeah.
the last episode.
Ah,
Yeah.
I believe after a short
It's
rest.
been a few weeks since we last played.
Yes. That was season 1.
Yes. Go onto YouTube and check it out.
We'll have a
We
we'll
should
have
be
a
on
long
YouTube
rest.
So you want us to be in close proximity to corrupting liquid for 24 hours?
It's not going anywhere, is it?
Bernard's like, I'm going to sleep over there if that's okay.
All right.
So he's pointing very far away.
I'll
from
go
you.
over there onto that hill and I will sleep there for 24 hours. And then if I'm
So
not
like-
back, I've died from corruption.
What I'm saying is we shouldn't stay here because it's dangerous. Let's at least get towards Iron End.
Anyone who
That
is
is fine. I'm up for
anyone
that.
who is skilled in Arcana, make an Arcana check.
Do you
Well,
mean?
look at the character sheet.
Oh, I
In a couple of
am. I am
weeks.
quite skilled.
I know I haven't.
Oh,
because,
oh, this has gone well. And my intelligence is very high. Oh, 20.
Plus your proficiency.
Beautiful me.
23.
23. Your recent exposure to powerful air magic allows you to sense a pulse nearby.
Ooh.
The hair on the back of your neck stands up, and you feel
Being air magic, can I make a roll to see if I can do it?
Yes,
I
you
don't
can.
have Arcana.
No.
You believed, and that was the important part.
I
Did you
got-
get over 10.
I got with just intelligence. I got 9.
Where's this pulse coming from?
As you were saying, I'll go and stand on that hill.
Yeah.
You feel it over in that direction. probably just beyond the hill.
I'll hold my hand. I feel something coming in the air tonight. Something over there has a magical quality. Over on yonder hill.
Oh, I can't decide if I believe him or not. What would I roll to say if I believe him or not? How convincing are you?
Okay,
Just
well,
this convincing.
the easiest way for that is to look at the hill, at least in the general direction, and see if there's anything
How far away
obvious.
is the hill?
I just want to
Make an insight roll.
Look,
Make an insight.
scout.
Not
too
you,
far
John.
ahead of us.
This is
Okay.
about.
Oh, he's trying.
Yeah.
I
I
will
rolled a 6.
I
Plus
will
your
be
wisdom.
close behind.
Oh, I've actually got it as a thing. So
Oh,
10
I'm not even
in
like
total.
nearly dead.
Okay. You think she is
Just thought
telling the
someone
truth?
Slightly scoutier. Might be a good idea.
I
I
feel
shall
an energy.
trot off
Hmm.
in the
In that
direction
direction.
of the hill,
Okay.
maintaining what mundane senses I possess.
Okay. Right. You start heading off in that direction. Are you trying to do it
I could purify
stealthily or not?
Quickly.
Quickly. Okay. So you cover the ground quite quickly and you get to the top of the hill. There's fairly long grass around here and the odd tree dotted around, sort of sparse.
And I'm kind of following behind, not too close.
Ah!
I think we'll all just follow then if you're heading that
This
way.
shining light moving through the brook,
Yeah. No. And so you're following up behind, like 20 paces behind.
He's like so far behind.
About
Okay.
30 feet back.
30 feet back.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking a good like 4 rounds of combat.
This is our chance to see good things.
Okay. 120 feet behind. Okay, cool.
I will pop up a tree
Okay.
and maintain my old station. I shall.
Make a perception roll.
Okay.
Now that would be a great item.
Perception.
A pop-up book where you throw it on the floor
I'm
and
sure I have a bonus to perception.
like fully grown trees.
Oh look, 17.
Okay.
I didn't even roll that well.
You clamber up the tree.
Okay.
And you look down and you can see a bit down the slope the other
So you
side.
meant at the bottom of the tree. You can see the bottom of the tree.
Yeah. Oh, hello. No, you can see down the slope, the
Yeah.
other side, in between a series of small hedges, the bushes, a figure standing in the robes,
Yeah.
and the robes in the now growing moonlight have a silver trace around them, like lining or edging or something about it. So it's fairly far away, so you can't see any kind of detail, but it kind of catches the moonlight slightly.
Is it dark?
It's getting dark now.
Ooh, I can do stealthy shit really easy.
You guys have been travelling most of the day. You then fought the golem, did all the investigation stuff. You're camping, you're getting ready, arguing about golems.
So it seems like we are staying here. Okay.
I think they're going to investigate the hill. We should stay here with the horses. The horses.
Bernard comes over to you. Oh no, you're going up there, aren't you? What are you doing?
If he's sneaking.
Well, if
I'll
you said
probably
that there was
follow him.
some, did you say air magic was coming from up there?
No,
No,
if he's
felt
being
a magical
sneaky.
Yeah,
presence.
I'm about,
Yeah, you're being quick, aren't you?
I was being quick.
I'm about
being
100 feet.
speedy till I got to the top of the hill and then I upped into a tree.
She said
If
air
you're
magic, I would've
following
gone,
him,
"Oh,
I'll
okay."
stay with them.
Okay. In that case, Bernard comes over to you,
Mhm.
Lena, and says, "I don't think we should keep that stuff around. I'm a bit worried. That was quite a thing we just went through there, and it's clear that that thing is like evil. I'm not. It's. I thought she was like religious. Like proper religious, like church person.
Well, keep an eye on things.
Okay.
Aurelian's.
I'm going to go and look at
Yeah.
over there.
Who's looking after Lady
In
Catherine?
Weird.
Ilias is keeping an eye on her.
In my
With his
time,
pick.
in my time spent at the Wizardy school place,
The three stars. Yeah.
will I have seen anyone wearing robes of that kind?
Not specifically that kind. You will have seen that some magi do wear.
There isn't like
robes.
a clan
No,
or
no, no,
like
no.
a sect.
There's no kind of like Hufflepuff where they all wear
No, I
the same
don't.
colour
No, I
stuff.
don't mean.
I know,
I
I
mean
know.
like that.
No.
Yeah.
Magi, it's a very individual journey. that
Because
they
you
go on.
imagine sometimes you might have magi that their colour of their clothes might be from an area.
Possibly. It may
well,
also-
most
Well,
people
that's
who
They
wear
do
red
wear-
because they
do fire magic.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Blue to you, blue and silver to you, speaks of air, water, maybe shadow magic. You don't
I
know.
shall land at the bottom of the tree. I shall wave vigorously, do this.
Are you making any noise while you do that?
Okay. No.
All right, I will
Okay.
approach Poot. Give it.
And then I'm going to go full stealth down the hill.
Towards the person.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're jumping down and waving him up, waving a
Yeah,
radio.
waving
I'm
at
going
him.
to try.
Sorry, I thought you were being crazy and waving this figure
No,
towards you.
I'm at the tree. I've gone.
Okay, make a stealth roll to see if you jump out the tree without being seen.
I'm going to attempt to stealth dodge that.
Oh, that's so funny.
We're looking after the horses.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like even the tree didn't know I
Ninja.
got out of the tree.
What did you roll?
Hey, well, I rolled 18.
Yeah.
But that means my stealth is 25.
Okay, right. Okay, you jump from the tree,
Yeah.
making sure that the
I land in the
trunk,
silhouette.
that's the word,
Silhouette
trunk.
of the trunk.
Exactly, quietly.
Yeah.
Hope you wave a
I'm
radio.
going to try and be quiet.
You make a stealth roll with disadvantage.
8.
Chink, 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 chink.
Comes up the hill.
I'm trying.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
I'm glad he did that with his metal die as well, so he made this
Yeah.
solid noise.
You hear, Poot, you hear a noise from down the hill.
Yeah.
Aurelian's doing the creep.
Probably that's how he stealths. He's not used to sneaking.
The moonlight is slightly shining off your armour as well, because I assume you haven't taken it off yet.
Damn majestic.
Okay. You hear a voice from down the hill going, "Hello? Hello? I come in peace.
Yeah.
I have no weapons."
So,
It's an older man's voice.
okay. So I've just cast True Strike.
Okay.
Okay.
I really want you to shiv him up.
Who said Poot should be the welcoming party?
Nobody.
Bernard says to you guys
Take the
down-
dagger. Take the dagger, Poot.
Bernard says to you down at the horses.
I'm sorry.
Hang on, didn't he like make an illusion of a prison before?
Well,
Hang on,
Anyway,
wait. I
anyway,
don't know.
he carries on doing his
I
stuff.
don't know.
I want to see if that actually makes if I react to
Also,
that
you
in a
hear
bad
this.
way.
Also, they probably don't know that Poot's doing that.
Well,
No.
he's,
I'm
he's
actually,
we're a while
if,
away.
if
I
he
don't
does,
know
if
why
he
I
is
said
suggesting
that.
that, they're just like, are you sure why you made Pooh's Demon Party?
This is like a random.
I'm
thought.
actually just going to go, shit. Shit.
Okay, right. You start running.
I don't actually know anyone
With a horse go.
because
Yeah.
we're quite a way away.
No, because he sent out and him going hello. He's just shouting. It's very quiet out
Okay.
here. The golem scared off all the creatures in the area. So there's no
Mhm.
bird noise. There's no
there was
animal
nothing to
noises. It's really
Alright.
quiet.
I'm going to jog up the hill.
You hear the
knowing
voice.
Poot's probably ghosted away somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to climb up to the top of the hill.
Okay.
Good evening.
Hello. I'm here from House Broodburn. My name is Soren. I have been sent. A great magical event was sensed in this area. The Prima has sent me to aid with you.
Am I there? Can I hear this?
You're just a little bit behind, so you can hear this going
Do
on.
you
and
have
you're
your
right.
papers to prove you are who you say you are?
I do, yes. And he goes into his thing and pulls out a whole raft of papers, and you can see that he's got official 3 stars
Okay, well, I'm
stuff.
the only one there, so
And-
I know he's nearby, but
Yeah,
I can see.
and documentation for House Broodburn. Similar to yours.
That's all in order.
Thank you.
We are.
You must be Aurelian.
I am pleased to meet you, and I will shake his hand.
You
Or
shake your
offer my
hand.
hand to him.
He reaches out with a gloved hand, which is in a kind of grey, silvery grey glove.
So mine's
Shakes your
chainmail. So.
Yeah.
Okay. We are encamped just over.
May I
Just yeah.
join you at the fire?
Of course.
It is
I'm
cold.
not sure we've started one.
yeah,
Ilias
okay.
and Bernard have started
Okay.
the fire.
Of course.
So I can get there and see this and just look around and go, where's Poot?
They start coming down
Suddenly,
the
it's
hill,
round of the darkness.
and you guys can see this figure with them in a robe. coming down the
well,
hill.
Poot's not there, but
Alright.
he's
Poot is within 1 round of combat of said target.
Okay.
he's around somewhere.
I'm going to roll my animal handling and look after the horses. And I got an 11.
Okay.
Better than me.
The horses are
Oh, well,
they're turning on the spit.
Yes.
No horses were harmed in the camping in the
In the camping of this forest.
I'm not running. I'm literally just walking back to the camp.
Okay. Well, yes.
you
What's
got here
happened?
very, very quickly.
I teleported. I've been sent to assist you in any way I can. There was a major magical event in this area. The ley line rippled.
Okay. After raising my eyebrows, I will start filling him in as to what's happened. I'm basically from the beginning.
Okay. So you
In the
get all the
beginning.
stuff.
I'm basically.
Shard of War?
Yeah, I'm not leaving anything out.
Okay.
Where is the Shard of War?
It's
Camp.
it's around.
It's not. It's
Lying
bundled
on
up
the
in a big
floor.
thing.
I was just wondering.
Ilias is keeping an eye on that, and
It's in my backpack.
But yeah, he knows where it is, and he's keeping an eye on it, so no one takes it. Ilias is quite
Yeah,
trustworthy.
that's cool.
Ilias and Bernard wouldn't let me down.
Red shirt Bernard.
As you're coming down the hill, Rufus is approaching Saint. Perhaps we should begin looking at this liquid while people have not decided what we should do with it.
Well, let's have a more general consensus. It will be looked at, but I wouldn't like to betray my friends by looking at it without their full consent and knowledge of what
I would
I'm doing.
never suggest betraying anyone. I
No.
was just merely stating.
Believe me,
the situation was
I
not
am,
resolved.
I am
thought you
very,
should advance
very,
that.
as probably more so interested in looking at it than you. But we should wait until everyone's comfortable with what we're going to do.
Don't look at me. I'm not there.
Okay.
I thought you were a horse.
Very
I do apologise.
And as
could
you
play a
start
horse.
to walk away, you turn and you can see that they're coming down the hill with a robed figure. You're there now, Cormac. Who you're within 1 round of combat of the person. Lena, you're there as well. Greetings. My name is Soren. I'm a magi from House Brickburn. I've been sent post haste to help in any way I can as a major magical event occurred somewhere in this area. My teleport was a little bit off.
Down there.
But
I point down to the place.
I understand that you have something called the Shard of War, as your friend Aurelian has just told me. You kind of got to that bit walking down the hill.
Oh, team.
We do.
I see. He turns around and looks at your backpack.
Oh, he can sense magic.
I'll remove it from the backpack.
Does it do anything when you touch it?
It feels good.
Oh,
Feels good.
Tingly.
You're very aware of the.
Is it still warm?
It's always warm. It's not hot.
no, you're getting to sleep tonight. I'm spooning the Shard of War.
Yeah.
No one sleeps that way.
Roger, as you pick it up now, and kind of everything's gone a bit calm and a bit quiet, and there's not surrounding sound and everything, you realise that you can hear everyone's pulse whilst you're holding the Shard of War.
I will put my head slightly in.
And then count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like, who is that guy? Turn around.
So, and Soren's like looking at it, like wide-eyed. This is, there are few relics that I have seen that could rival such power. I can feel it. I can feel the warmth of it just from here.
To me, does it feel very holy?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I was just trying to get the impression. Like,
Yeah. You feel like
Hole in it.
this could be,
I said holy,
you
not
know,
holy.
from Usain himself.
Presumably it's kind of glowy-ish.
Yes, it's got like
how
a
much light
little-
does it
Faint
throw
red.
off?
It's got like a faint red glowy pulse inside.
Oh, like
It's
glow
not. It's
sticks,
not.
like
kind
glow
of.
Yeah,
stick.
glow stick. Yeah, exactly. But a big one.
A glow log.
A
someone
glow,
said.
a glow log.
Oh,
That's something else entirely, isn't it?
You need to check your diet.
Oh my.
Anyway, he looks at the Shard of War and says, "May I?"
I don't think that's
No.
wise.
You'll probably just blow up.
What was that voice from the darkness?
Fruits appeared and he's suddenly sitting by the fire.
Everyone blows up.
Before I held it, everyone who picked it up combusted.
Oh, not what? Just by touching it?
No, they had to
They
say
were
some
using
magic
something.
words.
Okay.
They did
Well, how
have to
about I hold it and not say anything?
hold it with the tongs.
Given you have only just arrived, I would rather you did it.
Very well. I will sit. May I sit with you by your fire to rest?
Of course, you're more than welcome to join us.
So you've discovered that this shard of war is being used, and the golem arrived.
Yes, the Golem was heading straight for the Shard of War. It was, as I mentioned before, it was saying, I shall have the Shard of War, and we're trying to ram that thought into our
I
heads.
think it knew where the Shard of War was.
It must have felt it somehow.
Kind of like you feeling the ley lines and all that lot.
Well, we don't know why Lady Catherine and her acolytes were firing this thing into
No,
the
we need
into
to
the
establish
distance.
We don't really know what the shard.
However, there is a
She's
slightly,
lying just over on the other
there is
side.
a slightly
of the
more
camp,
pressing.
gagged and
There is a
bound,
slightly more pressing issue.
which is
Saint is holding a flask of the corrupting liquid.
The
When-
whatever is
This is
inside
this
the
is no
golem.
ordinary water drug.
the corrupting liquid
I think you
inside
fit
the
very
golem.
well
It was
into
inside
Disney's
the golem.
Aladdin.
The
As
only
a
bit of
additional
liquid
character.
that I didn't incinerate is in there. The rest of it I cleanse with Miss Ion's
Perhaps I
holy
should
fire.
take it and destroy it.
Perhaps we should just put
We'd
it on
like
the floor
to
and
study
destroy
it.
it.
Or
You don't actually need to take it away to destroy it, because you can just destroy it.
Well, I would like to move sort of around 100 feet away from you while I summon a lightning bolt.
Fire works better.
why does everyone want to destroy this thing? Can't we have a look at
We
it
haven't
first?
tried that
Because
yet.
it's evil and corruption.
Very well.
Andreas
You wish to use
Brookburn
fire?
must have said fire.
Yes, I've found that lightning is often
I'm
quite useful
whispering
against
that in character.
corrupted creatures
Oh,
as well.
okay.
However, fire, I believe, is
There is no reason.
It's of a
we can't use
golem. What did you expect it to be?
very well.
I think
We
some
don't know.
things you
Where
can't
is
be too
this?
careful.
Where is this fluid?
I did hold it up originally.
Okay.
So.
Yeah,
Very
it's,
well.
it's not like you're hiding it. It's just
No, I'm just. I'm,
Yeah.
It should be destroyed.
In the corner, cuddling it.
No, that's it.
Precious.
Bernard, you don't know. Ilias is keeping an eye on
The red
Lady
shirt's gone.
Catherine,
And
Rufus is kind of milling about, looking after the animals and things.
Where is
And Bernard seems to not.
Oh, I can't even sense things.
I'm gonna have a casual stroll.
Well, who has
Around.
dark vision? Do you have dark vision?
Well, who can hear heartbeats?
Who can hear
Yeah, but I
heartbeats?
don't
say-
know
that's
you
a good
can
point.
do that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying.
Now you focus on it, you can sense all of yours. Ilias,
Horses.
Rufus, Soren, or horses, which are quite powerful, and one sort of a bit further away,
In which direction?
sort of back the way you came.
I think Bernard's over there, and I will point to the direction where I think it is. Well, no, I can hold it in one hand.
Oops, well, he was over
If
there.
you take it into one hand, the sensation goes away.
Yeah, but I can point them and pick
Oh,
it back
yeah,
up.
yeah, sure.
Ooh.
But should
Shouldn't
we?
someone
Should I
reclaim
go
Bernard?
and get him?
I will do that.
I'll go with you.
Who is Bernard?
He is our
So
red
some-
shirt.
He's one of our. He is one of the sappers that. The correct only Lord Brookburn's is now correct question.
He's a companion of ours.
Uh,
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't Andreas
you could call him
Broadbent's.
Lord or High General.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lord Brookburn assigned us 3 sappers. Bernard is one of them. As I explained, unfortunately, one of them passed away.
Ah, yes.
Have we gone to get Bernard then? Because
I'm
I'd just
going
go.
to,
Yeah. We'll just. I'll go with.
In a
So he's
general
kind of
direction.
pointed in a direction,
Yeah, and we'll just.
and you're going
I'll
that
just
direction.
go. Yeah.
Are you running?
No,
Are you walking?
casually
Well, how
striding.
how quickly
striding.
how strange was it? Do you think that he was over there? Like
Not
how
very. He did say that he was staying out
Yeah.
of like where the things that he didn't like were, which is
Sorry?
fair.
It was moving.
Away from us.
Mhm.
He is moving in. He is moving away, I believe.
And now you can't feel it.
Quickly.
I can't. What when I pick it back up? I can't feel it.
Yeah.
I can't feel it anymore.
So he's gone.
He's gone
Okay,
out of
that's
range.
weird.
I'm
So
running.
I don't quite know what you mean by that, but I will hurry up.
There's a horse. There's horse. Oh, there's horses, guys.
I'm actually knowing that I'm gonna
There's-
run. I'm gonna run.
There's
up.
one less horse.
Oh,
There's horses.
Grab a horse.
Back the way we came, as in towards Ireland. Or
Towards
the
civilization and
ruins?
not into the hills.
Can we
I like-
deal with the current issue? Of,
No, I'm
Oh,
getting on a horse.
random guys
Destroying
in
it down.
rounds.
destroying this
Yeah.
liquid?
Getting a horse and
After
chasing
that,
it.
we'll
Okay.
work on
Comet.
destroying the liquid.
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
With me?
Should
Oh
we
yeah,
just
yeah.
destroy
I
the
already
liquid?
said I've got going
Yeah,
going on a horse.
Okay.
Going. You guys can stay here. We've
As-
got.
As you're all right. As you're mounting up, I will say, do you agree the liquid should be destroyed? To the
Yes.
Caribbean?
And I'm gone.
Well, you know, so you wouldn't. I don't.
Yeah, no, I'm asking you literally
Yes.
as you're getting on the horse, so you're not.
Yes.
Well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right.
Yeah.
The liquid should be destroyed.
Well, yeah, but let's have a look at it first. I don't
think
not
it
question.
And then as I hear that, as I ride
Why
up,
is
I go,
everyone
no.
so keen to destroy this liquid?
Because it is pure evil.
Do we have anything that you could pour that into?
This water jug.
I fear that will probably not contain it for long.
Could we not incinerate the water jug with it inside?
Of course. But if you wanted to look at it first. You merely said you wanted to look at it
I
first.
do want to have a look at it
I
first.
said, do you have any tilium?
No.
Oh, that's a really big fat lie. We got
No, we don't.
tons of it.
No, we don't.
Noodles
We
of
don't have
tin.
any to.
We
You
do.
coated it all on weapons and shit.
No,
No, we've got several-
We got
We
some.
I've got a
Yes,
football
I will
amount
answer
worth of tilium.
Yeah.
You've got like a big bowl. type
Plus you
thing.
already-
We've got
Tell-
several. Oh no, we've got a couple of footballs. of
No,
tilium
we
and a
shouldn't-
Big bowl
No,
of
the
tilium.
balls, the rocks were football sized,
We
and they have like a
probably-
skin.
Okay, we've got some
So
bowls,
we've got some
football-sized
bowls,
bowls of
yeah.
tilium and a really big.
I'm
bowl
going to
of tilium.
throw this out there. We probably shouldn't get the black goo in contact with the tilium if that's what the golem is using to make its body.
That's a sound theory.
So maybe tilium is not the
Perhaps
best
we should-
idea.
Perhaps we,
You're an educated lady. Excellent.
perhaps we should just incinerate it in the thing.
Very well.
Well, let's have a look at it first. We've.
What
I'm
are we going to pour it into?
I need an alchemist kit really, but I don't have one.
I've gone. So.
Oh yeah.
Rufus might.
Okay. So you guys
if
are
I-
riding into the
Nice.
night.
If I do that, I wonder if that. No, that probably wouldn't work.
If you do what?
Doing a dance.
Wait, can you use mage hand to hold your hand?
Can you pour something into a mage hand?
Because I can hold something.
Yeah, you can hold £10 of the stuff,
So
and
basically,
it's not £10. You could hold
I can
the
actually
fluid in the
hold
mage
the
hand.
fluid in
The mage hand is an extension of your soul,
Just saying.
That's okay.
maybe.
I'm disposable. As far
Or
as
maybe
the
we
goes.
shouldn't mess with it until I've had a rest and regained some of my rejuvenative powers.
I believe our new friend here just said that it would not last long in there.
But how does he know? We were making a lot of assumptions, and assumptions make an ass out
I
of me.
think it's most likely going to be corrosive as well as corruptive, probably on a lesser extent. But I think you'll find that would probably burn through that material slowly.
The way it ate through the metal, I would not be surprised if he's correct. It just like dissolved the golem. The reason there is no body
Oh,
is
no.
it dissolved the golem.
That's because it was trying to get more tilium, wasn't it? Trying to reform itself.
It absorbed,
Yeah.
so this thing has
Oh,
got.
I thought it just cracked.
Well, the red liquid was dissolving the golem, but the golem's gone. Most of it is entirely destroyed. Apart from that, I will glance at the flask.
Yes, it's just sitting there worrying you. It feels like there's some dark source there that you should perhaps be getting rid of. It's unholy. Right, you guys are riding into the night. It's getting dark. We need for you to make rolls.
What kind of
And
rolls?
I'm just checking what kind of rolls you need to make while you're riding a horse.
Perception.
Ride checks.
Is it
Makes
right?
sense.
Animal handling.
Animal handling.
Is animal handling relevant? Yes, let's make animal handling rolls.
Okay, apparently I have advantage.
You do, because you're a human.
Natural 20.
Oh, I gave you
Natural
all the
20.
See, I believe in you.
Do you realise
Only
that
really
for your
counts in an
horse?
attack roll.
Natural 20.
Okay,
Yes.
so you guys
Fastest horse.
can have
ride fast into the night.
Who's got the coconut?
Little trail of fire behind them.
Yeah.
DeLorean.
Initially-
time travel.
Yeah.
Initially,
And
the horses are still, and then the legs go with this plume of fire, and then the horses go.
Yeah.
Like Scooby-Doo.
Okay. So you guys ride into the night well.
Wait, what?
Just Cormac's bouncing up and down on the saddle.
Why am I called Mac all of a sudden?
I don't know, Cormac. You're quite small though, so I imagine.
And a slag.
Anyway, you're riding along in the direction that Aurelian pointed. So make perception rolls. See if you can see anything in the dark with disadvantage as to where he may have gone. Because you're now, remember this is hilly area, there's rocky terrain all around.
Fishing?
Oh, that was too extreme.
8.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, so you need to roll another one.
Yeah.
Either way, that's not bad.
But then my passive perception is higher than that.
That's a very cute noise.
So that's what?
What's your passive perception?
14.
Okay.
14, 15?
Yeah.
15?
Although you're, 15.
Passive is 14.
So 15.
I believe
15.
I have dark vision if that's relevant.
It is relevant.
Very.
So you're not at disadvantage.
Oh, well, I'll stick
In
with
which
my
case,
18 then.
lots. Well, 18 plus the rest. Yeah.
Okay.
Over
Stuff.
20.
Right. And you're a ranger.
So I'm a night ranger, evidently. I do
Yes.
stuff at night.
So you can see the recent fresh hoof marks
In
that
the dark.
that are going
Boss.
through, because you've got dark vision,
Yeah.
between the boulders that are dotted around. He's obviously made his way roughly in the direction of Iron End.
Mhm.
That's
That's how.
yeah. And you can see where he's going, so you're following after him. You guys are moving very fast and moving your horses really well through the terrain. So it's not long before you can hear some movement up ahead as the area starts to get sort of a bit more wooded, lightly wooded.
Mhm.
And after maybe 5-10 minutes of riding quite fast, you can see shape up in between these trees, someone on a horse.
Continue.
You're going to keep going? Are you going to attempt any kind of stealth, or are you going to
Stealth.
Step on a horse.
Stealth horse.
slow down? Stealth with disadvantage.
Hey, they'd be as good at stealth as I am.
Does it count as grasswood or grassland or woodland?
It is a woodland and a grassland.
Would I get my advantage roll so it wouldn't be a disadvantage?
No, your horse would be doing it.
Would I do that? I
Well,
don't
you
think I'd
just
do that.
charge
I think
straight.
I'm just
Okay,
charging straight
fine.
through.
Was the horse stopped?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Is his horse stopped or is he?
No, he's moving, but he's going slowly between the trees.
Oh, he's going slowly between
Yes.
the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
as
would-
we catch up, I will slow down, but I'm not like sneaking. I'm
Yeah, okay,
trying
no, that's fine, that's fine.
Cantering.
And I will
He's
call
far
out to him.
Okay, you're going to call out to him.
Between
Yeah.
his,
Okay. You call out to him, and he turns in the saddle. And he is wearing something on his forehead, which has got a small gem pressed on his forehead, which there is some light coming from.
Okay.
And
that
you can see his face.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of like startled. And he's like, huh!
Okay.
I
And then
go for him, Arco. If
You're
you
gonna
say
just
that,
ride
I'm just going
towards
to get to him as quickly as I can.
Why?
Because this is I've never seen him like this. This is news to me. So I am not happy.
He stops and he just puts his hands up.
He's got a head torch on.
I mean, I must be quite a distance away. So you know.
Yeah, well, you're
Yeah.
riding towards him.
Yeah. Okay, if he stopped,
Yeah, he stops.
I'll just like fairly politely say, Bernard, just like what's
what the
I think I got lost.
bloody hell are you-
I think I got lost. I was trying to find some game because Lena didn't find anything, so I knew I had to go a bit further. Is everything okay?
it's just
The golem scared everything away.
You did.
I'm just
It'll
Looking for
settle
game.
come the morning.
He's got a bow and he's got his stuff. So
You probably shouldn't be out just in case on your own.
sure.
So what? Yeah, what? Do you know what's this? What was that pendant thing you were having?
Oh, it helps me like see a bit in the dark.
It's a head torch.
And just like, Could I see it, please?
No, it's mine.
Just like,
He holds it up and goes, helps me see in the dark. It's quite cool. I found it
Where did you find it?
like ages ago.
Mhm. I am going to make some glances at Lena and go
I'm
like,
gonna go and get us some breakfast.
no, we're gonna head back to camp. Come on.
Okay, sure. He just turns the horse around. And
Like
starts going,
some guy just showed up out of nowhere.
What?
So
Okay.
there
Oh, I
might be
didn't know.
more of them. So just
Okay, sure.
I don't want
sure.
you out here on your
Sorry,
own.
I'm just looking for food for us.
I don't
That's all right, we
believe
can go-
in
Make an insight roll.
We can go hunting in the morning.
Let's just mark off one on the bullshit detector there.
insight, right? Just a
Yeah,
normal
he's
one.
legit.
Oh, you.
I rolled a 3. So
It's Bernard.
He's got a red shirt on, mate.
He's your mate. He's
He's
Bernard.
got a red shirt. Oh, red
Okay,
shirt,
really
Bernard.
cool
I'm not gonna, but I wouldn't believe someone like just doing that.
Old survivability Bernard.
I didn't think that was necessary.
You can think that he's not trustworthy about
But you've
it,
got
but
no-
you can't. You
Yeah.
don't know. You don't see any sign of him.
No, I'm not going to see. But my intention is, as soon as we get back, just say to everyone, Bernard was doing this.
Great.
And he has a magic tool
Yeah, so
stone on
that's
his head.
what I'm going to do.
Okay, right. Anyway,
Well,
while
I shall
that's-
reassure him that there's no need for him to do that right now, and we'll go in the morning when everything will have settled back down.
okay,
Plus, I can purify food and water.
that's true.
Yes, you can.
Should we
Should we destroy this thing then?
We should destroy it.
Well, that's what they were just discussing, and I'd like your input on that because I know you agree with me.
Oh no, this is while
Damn
you're.
it!
This is while you're.
It's a burden.
This is while you're. Sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
Why don't we just? Can we have a look at it first?
We've just discussed this. You don't have anything to
Sure. There's a
examine.
big rock over there. Why don't I just pour it on that? And then
Because
you
I
hit it
don't
with a
trust big
fireball.
rocks.
I mean,
I'd like
you
to
are-
observe it for more than 2 seconds.
who among you is? I mean, I can sense magic from all of you, but who's the fire mage?
Him.
Well,
Oh, sorry. Yes. Yes.
Priestly fire.
Priest.
Holy fire.
Priestly fire.
I like the
God,
fact that
yes.
he's like, yeah, I can soak magic from all of you when, yeah.
Well, my god is the god of knowledge and the unknown, and it would be against my beliefs to destroy this thing outright. So I think we should look at it first, and then you can destroy it.
can I grab it out of his hands while he's distracted? While he's distracted, doing all this narrating to the group,
Wasn't really narrating.
Oh, what's saying?
soaking up the.
Unfortunately, you're a bit. You'd have to run at him, and he would have.
It's not going to run into
Yeah.
So,
Don't
Yeah.
worry
in
about
order
it.
in order to
Okay.
respect my beliefs, I
Who's
I'm
saying?
game.
dashes across the distance between you to try and grab.
Well, he doesn't really know what I'm trying to do until I get
Oh,
there.
he's running it. You're running it.
You
And
don't
you're all
want to
discussing
miss it.
about whether or
Is
not you
this
should
a saint?
destroy
Are
the
you running a
tankard
saint?
full of
I'm
stuff.
running a saint.
Okay.
She's a
So-
she.
Make it dexterity rolls. Opposed dexterity rolls.
I rolled a 6.
Oh dear.
I rolled. So do I get to add my
Dexterity
bonus,
modifier.
don't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on 21.
I rolled a 6.
Okay. So you're engaged in this conversation with Soren and Aurelian, and suddenly Poot dashes between you and goes to snatch the thing out of your hand.
Okay.
And then he's kind of standing next to you, holding it in his hand.
I'll just try and snatch it back.
Okay, go for it.
12.
I'm feeling lucky.
Didn't you use your luck before? It's the same day.
No. No.
You did, and then you went, I'm feeling lucky.
You
weren't
did.
lucky.
Yeah,
You rolled the same, yeah,
Same day.
same day,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Well, that's okay. So I still got 12.
Okay,
Which
what
means
did you get?
Do you have a
Uh,
dex
well,
mod?
no,
Oh,
it's
I've got a
got-
dex mark of +2, so 14.
Okay, he snatches it back.
Does he?
She.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Soren goes, stop, stop.
Calm
This
down.
is resulting into
What's going
childish
on?
And
behaviour.
the two of you have a fight over it, and it pops
I'm
open,
sorry,
and you're both covered in
everyone,
goo.
just calm down.
hang on.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
going on.
hang on.
And then I get back to
Hang
camp,
on.
and it's all gone
I'm
to
not
shit.
sure what's going on.
Right, if I roll a 1, I'm going to do this twice because they've been messing with. No, I'll do it on the second one. If I roll a 1,
Yeah.
it pops open.
Yeah. I don't mind.
Oh,
15.
we're all a bit disappointed.
Oh.
Said you're going to roll it twice.
No, it's just
Okay.
on the second one.
Okay.
So Soren's like, what's going? We need to destroy this, but You can look at it if you want to.
Yeah.
There's a big rock over there.
I'm not sure what's happening.
Pour it on the rock.
There's not a big
Hold
rock.
on.
There's not a big rock. It's arisen.
You turn around and there's a risen.
What the heck is going on?
Yes!
I'm grabbing it again.
I'm actively.
No, he's going to be an opposed strength roll now because you'll have to pull it out of his hands rather than snatch because he's not holding it like this.
See,
Sorry.
Stop assuming her.
There's a lot of assuming of genders during this game.
In that case, I'm just going to go full on open hand. Just going to go full on open hand. Give it the slap.
Oh God! Please kill him.
Soren steps in the way
Everyone,
and
calm
says,
down.
"Stop!
I'm more confused.
I am very confused. You all
What's
seem at
happening?
odds. Why are you at odds?"
I don't know.
Perhaps it's the influence of that.
Very well.
I'm not feeling myself.
Being a dick.
Maybe you should sit down by the fire and rest. Clearly, this event has taken its toll.
There are rocks with.
Is she distracted
where
again?
it's been splashed.
No.
With,
She's now like looking after it.
are there not rocks where it got splashed with Tillium and so melted in?
Yeah, back over by the thing.
We shouldn't use Tillium though.
No. There's a rock that has been melted in by Tillium, so it's effectively a
But-
rock bowl.
Pardon me, I do apologise.
No, it's not
everyone.
Is
Tillium.
no one paying any
It's
attention
rock.
to that risen?
That's fair. But my
There is a risen.
working theory
Just standing there.
is
Gone.
that this thing is not
Take off rid of
an
the risen.
inanimate liquid ooze.
I need a new trip.
And it is in fact alive and therefore could move and therefore
And if
can
it does,
escape.
it will be incinerated.
Exactly, and then we don't see anything because it burns instantly.
You have no way of.
Well, then that would always happen, and you might as well. Just
At the moment, it
get
is
it
quite
done.
safe in here. It's been in here for a few hours.
Yes, but not for much longer, I don't think.
Can I look at the thing? Is the thing fine?
From externally, it looks okay.
The thing looks fine. We're making a lot of assumptions,
try
and
giving-
no science was done on assumptions.
Try giving it a squeeze to see if it feels as rigid as normal.
Ooh, squeeze!
Give it a squeeze.
Not a squeeze. But
Yeah, I know.
a gentle caress.
A gentle squeeze. The container is more full than it was earlier.
More full.
Like, that's the thing.
Than
That's
it
the
was
thing.
earlier.
It's the ooze from Ghostbusters.
Mm. Okay.
So it chooses not
The-
to tell us this.
Well, no, the rigidity
The
Rigidity.
Yes.
has not been compromised.
Not that you can tell.
No.
Not that you can tell from a gentle
So-
squeeze, but there's definitely more stuff inside this than there
Mm.
was before.
Exactly. Okay. So I will go. The container is not the current issue. The current issue is that this has got slightly heavier than it was earlier. Which leads me to hypothesize.
Elias says, shouldn't you stick that thing on the fire?
No.
I'm going to
If
get
that-
out my sling.
Okay.
If that thing,
Load a sling bullet.
Elias comes over here, so let him
if
argue.
Can we just?
if that's expanding, it will not
Okay.
be contained.
Why is it expanding? Do we know?
That's a good question. However, do you want to wait till it explodes on us first?
Okay. What happens if we destroy more golems and more of this red stuff gets on and it expands out of control and we don't know how to fix it?
We do know how to fix
Can
it. Fire.
I would like to have a look and see if my theory is correct about this being
How are you going to do it?
sentient.
How are
I
you
would
going
like to use an alchemical kit to put it in an environment where it's sealed but we can see it. Because right now it's here but I can't see it. Unless anyone can cast X-ray vision on this flask, which would be very useful right about now.
Why? Yeah. Yeah, if you put it over there,
Because
I'll cast
this
X-ray
flask
vision.
has done. This is
How
an
about
average water flask. It is holding up for about an hour or two. So if I have a look in a glass beaker that's been sealed for 5 minutes, I will learn more than we're currently learning about this thing.
this is true, says Soren. If you wish, I can draw a teleportation circle and take you back to the city now.
Couldn't you just go back to the city, grab an alchemist kit, and come back?
Fortunately,
You have one here.
that's a lot of teleportation for one person in one day.
Do we know how the thing will react to it?
We shouldn't expose it to magic. Because
I
the
have
golem.
no idea. I've never teleported away with the
Working
with
theory.
the innards of a golem before.
I believe that the golems can only see through a magical sense rather than eyes that me and you would consider eyes. And that's why it was going for the most magically attuned item in the land at this point, which is that thing.
It's not a stupid idea.
It's not, however, I'm not sure how that helps our current situation.
We need an alchemist kit. Or can someone burn
Isn't there a town
rock into
nearby?
glass?
Isn't Iron End here?
Yeah, Iron End's in it. We should go to Iron End, find a freaking beaker.
Does anyone have
a horse? There's
potion?
one. No.
I
I have a quill pot! Ink and quill!
There you go.
However, the ink pot is quite small and the thing is quite big.
Didn't we see what's his face Rufus using potions?
He was.
Rufus, do you have a potion that will fit the contents of this water flask in?
The potion bottle.
I have a few that you could pour it into all of them. I assume it's a liquid that can separate, isn't it?
Not. No.
Do you know that?
Well, I wouldn't want to risk it because I don't want to open this thing and have it exposed open for a long period of time. I'd like to get the beaker and just do the quick that. It might not even come out when I open the seal. Because it's...
I don't have a beaker that size, I'm afraid.
Can we fashion one?
I'm definitely sensing some distraction. I definitely think people have completely forgotten that I'm still here.
Could we fashion one?
Could we
How
fashion
old are the ruins that were near?
I don't think we possess glassware.
Not that I am, because I'm not there right now.
They look like.
Well, let's go back to
Iron.
Iron End and grab
They're
something.
completely
How full is it?
empty and abandoned and
I don't know. I'll find
Yeah,
out.
when you didn't go inside. Did
How
you?
full are you,
Okay.
class?
It looked pretty trash from the outside.
What's that? The temple.
Does no one have actual
Right, at
vision?
this point, Lena and Cormac arrive back with Bernard. They're still arguing about whether or not they should burn the thing. Saint wants to,
Of course they are.
says Ilias, he wants a glass beaker or something.
She wants a glass.
Sorry.
This is what I have to deal with.
Sorry. Okay. Bernard just kind of sits down at the fire and chills out for a bit.
Cool. I'm going to go up to everyone and say, Bernard's got a weird glowing thing that I'll describe it to her. He says, and we're heading towards the forest. I think this is a bit weird.
I was going, all the animals have gone. I was looking for food. The golem scared off all the animals in the area, so I was just going a bit further. Sorry if I broke some group protocol.
It wasn't that.
We believe
It was you were wearing some
Make an
kind of
insight roll.
magical thing. Do I make another one? Or?
14.
I'm too distracted. I got 2. Does the priest won't have any glass cylinders?
What, Catherine?
You don't know.
I was asking. Already.
Oh, right.
Does the priest won't have any
You
glass
believe
cylinders?
Bernard?
So I believe Bernard.
Make an
She's wearing
insight roll.
plate armor, I doubt it.
Potions?
Yeah.
He's fine. He just went for.
Just so we all believe him.
I thought someone didn't know. Who didn't know?
No, I was asking
you asked.
Roger.
Okay, fair.
There was a bit of a bleed.
She's wearing. I will look at Catherine. Besides the plate armor she's wearing, or
Yeah.
hard plate, is she carrying anything
No, what's weird is she's not carrying anything.
other than the armor?
Maybe she had a camp nearby.
What are you arguing about now?
Saint wants a glass
Ilias
container
goes,
to
"I'm just
examine
going
it.
to ask
The rest
you."
of us want to burn it.
Yes.
Why does it need to be glass?
He goes over and
He wants to
opens
see
something.
we need to have a
Apparently
look
it's
at it.
expanding.
We need to have a look at it.
He comes back and goes, apparently Lady Catherine's group had camped inside the temple and some of their supplies are still there. She's got
probably
vials and
broken.
kit and investigation kit.
The temple collapsed though, didn't
No,
The
it?
roof
Oh, why don't we
got
just go
kind of-
back then?
The roof
because
got-
it's
Yeah,
unstable.
it's-
We're not sure how
it's-
stable the building is.
I'll
Well,
go and have a look.
So,
I have cooking utensils.
Can you
Mhm.
see?
Do I have
I
within
can
that?
sew
Would
some
there be a just a
if not, I could have
saucepan big
Yeah.
enough.
given you something
Right.
like
Yeah.
very
I
light.
can,
Like,
It's
I would
more-
just say
do that
we
whole
need
see in the dark.
Vision.
you can see through the top of it. Would that be enough?
Can you see through the top of the saucepan?
But it's not covered. It's an open top. It's just a
No,
saucepan.
because it will
As
get out.
a sacred site,
Also, given how quickly that liquefied the metal and absorbed it, I don't think it would last long.
Could we get? Wasn't there remnants of glass in the temple? Can we get a bit of glass big enough to put over the top of the frying pan? It says it
Yeah,
was.
that would work.
Again, I would like to reiterate the point of how quickly the golem dissolved this in that stuff.
as a sacred site, would the purity of the temple grounds prevent
Do not
this?
feel it being
It
particularly
was.
holy.
It was a very holy site.
If there
Um,
was, I'm not sure much about Yesiah,
You going
but
off
is there
to
some
the temple?
sort of
Before I leave,
font or
to go off to the
altar?
temple,
Yeah.
I shall say to the 3 stars guy who was
Sorry.
Have a look at
I'll
Or
say
an
to
anvil,
Soren,
perhaps?
Soren, this is a blue orb.
Probably an anvil.
Perhaps if you use the blue orb and, wipe it round something, that will give you some extra protection for storing of this thing.
That is not a bad idea.
And now I will go to the temple.
In the temple,
I will go.
in response to Lena asking me, is there likely to be a font or something? In
Bernard goes, "I'll come with you."
Yeah, cool, Bernard.
I'm going with Bernard.
in response to Lena asking me, is there likely to be a font or something in the temple? Do we have fonts in
Yes.
the temple?
Yeah.
Yes. There is. I will tell Poot as he's gearing up to go that there is likely to be a font in the temple that we might be able to use.
Okay. I shall take a torch with me so I can light it when I get close.
Okay. Cool. Right, you, Bernard, and Cormac head off into the night to the temple.
I'm being very wary of Cormac.
Because he's
Bernard.
slag.
I'm always very wary of Cormac.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Cormac and Poot are going on the same little side quest. That's
yeah.
that's like a thing.
Asking for trouble.
Probably.
With Bernard, who's completely innocent of anything.
Where's the hold up the shenanigans sign?
And you guys are back at the camp with Soren, with the Shard of War, and the strange contagion.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to leave that episode there.
Dun, dun, dun.
We only have
So-
half an hour, so
Thanks very much for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed the episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe as usual. If you haven't already, come on. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the things.
And do you think that we should incinerate that stuff?
Leave your
Yeah,
options
comment below.
comment
Yes.
below
Should Saint absorb it into her body?
to become venom.
No.
And then should we burn Saint?
Okay, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that and join us next time on 5 Cities. Thanks very much. Bye.
Bye.